Hey all, Choiboy here. Welcome to another video. Today is the Sharesies update from my side for September 2020. Hope you enjoy. Just before we get into it, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt and for entertainment purposes only. I am sharing my views and thoughts around things. Does not mean I'm right. So please do your own research before you act on anything I say. Let's get straight into it. 3, 2, 1. Boop. This month we're back to 14.439k. Now this is not much of a difference from the previous one, I believe. All the pump kind of happened in the previous month, and this month it was kind of like stabilizing, like there was no much movement. Yeah, if I just show you guys what's happening here, my portfolio value, the returns are still around 5k. I did not add more money to any of the companies. Everything is as is. Got a few more referrals coming in, so I was just chucking a few, the $5 here and there into Abano, for example, that currently has an offer going on. It's that kind of stuff. Nothing much going on here. 51% returns, which is pretty decent. I'm surprised that it's still holding on pretty well. And remember, the type of investment style I'm kind of taking on right now is a bit of growth investments and just picking up stocks that are undervalued at the moment. I don't think I showed you this graph for a while, so here you go. Started off pretty bad, then 5k profit is pretty damn good, I have to say. I'm definitely pretty happy with that. So that's pretty much the number side, and we can go over to the company. So same old, Abano has got around 2.335. The price is still holding around 3.78, which was kind of like what happened before, and this pump kind of happened when Bidco wanted to buy up Abano again. That's still in progress. There's not much going on around that just yet, but it's not dropping either because Abano actually came up with their financial report, and if we look at it, it's not too great. Now their PE ratio is negative is because their profit is actually dropped below the zero. So you can see their earnings is negative $48 million in the recent report. So that is quite a hefty hit. And to be honest, if it wasn't for Bidco, like putting out an offer at a premium price, then it would have been pretty bad for Abano. It would have dropped so fast. But the only thing that's keeping the price up for Abano would be that offer that is going on right now. It's not confirmed yet, so please keep an eye on it. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure Bidco should know the whole story, and they're still in it, I guess. So hopefully they don't cancel out on it. The debt to equity ratio kind of switched over again, so we got a bit more debt now. Quite standard. Abano did get hit pretty badly with COVID. The dividends, they cancelled it. We can't do much about that. So financially, they're not doing too great. It is roughly around $100 million market cap now. So we have to see where this is going. It's quite a risky one for anyone who wants to join Abano now, just because it's going to be, sold at a higher price, so like $4 something. Have a think, because the offer is not locked in just yet. There is a bit of risk around it. It really depends on the situations, and things can change really fast. So just hold off the hype sometimes, That's another thing I'm going to talk about later. Bliss, same old, it's just doing nothing. I bought back in last month or so because I wanted to get in some of that Chinese markets and Canadian markets, which they're looking into advertising more in. We'll see how that goes, but we really don't know what's going to happen at this point. So Kathmandu, same thing with these guys. They had their financial report come out. It wasn't that great. I haven't done much in Kathmandu. Once again, I'm just holding it out. If we look at their recent numbers that they gave out in their financial report, their revenue actually increased, but their earnings obviously went down, but they're still making a profit at the moment, which is nice because COVID actually hit them during their peak season, winter, right? It's winter in Australia and NZ, therefore people still buying Kathmandu clothing and stuff like that, and jackets especially, because it's cold. So maybe lucky timing here, but either way, they're making a bit less earnings compared to the back in the days, but their revenue is still increasing. So I'm not entirely sure what's going around that. It would be very interesting to see how everything works out later. For example, the dividends, they cancelled it, but if they bring out the dividends and let's say the share price has a lot of space to go back up, plus they pay out dividends, then it'd be one of the best stocks you could own for a long term. So that's the kind of play I want to go for with Kathmandu. But if that's not the case, then I will have to rethink about it. But for now, it doesn't look too bad. They raked up a bit of debt here. I guess that was from Rip Curl, I believe. But yeah, the equity is still rising, I guess, from the capital raise as well. But yeah, other than that, nothing hugely wrong here. The numbers dropped a bit in terms of earnings, at least, as expected with the lockdown and all that. So no much change here. We got Plexure. Same old. I haven't been buying because I really can't. It's very restrictive for me, but it's nothing much is going on here. They have that Australian IPO thing going on right now, right? So it's quite a speculative thing. People would ask me, hey, how's Plexure doing? I don't know. I can't tell you. Keep your thoughts to yourself, and I'll keep mine to mine. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Vista, finally. So Vista, they had their restructure. I guess that was the biggest thing. Vista is a tricky one, right? So Vista is a really tricky one. It hasn't been doing much either. I bought some at these levels like last month, but I'm just not really sure what's happening here at this rate. It's a bit of a mess for me, and I just do not know what's going on at this rate. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see how everything goes. But I don't have much to say about Vista. I'm just holding on to it because I got in at a decent price. So got in around here, got in around these areas as well. So I'm actually pretty happy with my positions in Vista, but I do need to think about it as the company goes on for the next year or two. I will have to reevaluate. So that's pretty much it. There's nothing much going on with my portfolio nowadays. I guess I do want to talk about one thing. It's just that I see a lot of hype trains right now on NZX. People being on the hype train for Pacific Edge, Urbano as well. The big one was Canasouth, and Tesla as well. For people in the US, Tesla was a mad hype. Oh man, and after the stock split and everything like that, a lot of people got really confused on what's going on with them. And I think a lot of people got really disappointed by the battery day announcement by Elon Musk. You know, there's a lot of things on the hype trains. Now, you do want to be very aware of these hype trains. The moment the hype started is normally, personally what I think, is that it's normally a bit too late to join it after it's already identified as a hype train. Please do not FOMO in. Fear of missing out. Do not FOMO into a stock. It's fine if you want to buy Tesla, but as long as it's backed up by your research and by your thought processes, you know, everything has to be thought out before you buy this. You can't just buy stocks because it's just going up, and you need to believe in the stock as well, and the numbers have to be right. You know, there's a lot of things you need to think about, and I just want everyone who's watching this video to have a second thought of buying a stock. If you're very hesitant on buying a stock that is being hyped right now, just leave it one day, one overnight, or maybe two overnight. Leave it and see if you want to buy it later as well. Because a lot of times impulse stock buying, it's kind of like impulse shopping. You regret it later. You don't know why you bought it, but you just bought it. It's the same with stocks. It's with anything you buy. Just have a think. Anyways, if you liked today's video, give me that thumbs up. Put a comment down below what you thought. And subscribe to the channel, put the bell notification on for my next updates. I do have an Instagram account now. It's called Till7Figures, all in lower cap, all no spaces as well. So check that out on Instagram. I'll try post up updates and stuff like that on there. I am going down to Queenstown, so I might not have a video up for next week, but hopefully I can get something out in October sometime soon. Until then, catch you out.